एंड में कीर्तन करेंगे. Okay. So we'll start with Hare Krishna. Yes.
Before we start, can I just give a little small introduction to introduce?
Short.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for coming today. We are very, very fortunate and blessed to have the association of His Grace, Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu, and his wife, Mataji Radha Bhav. They are coming from Atlanta all the way to give us their very, very valuable association. And Prabhuji and Mataji are both very, very dear, exalted disciples of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. And they live in Atlanta. They're both, by profession, they're both physicians, and they're very, very tight schedule, but still they're very kind enough to make time for us. So please get the maximum benefit of their association. And Prabhuji and Mataji, they are very, very advanced in Krishna consciousness. They regularly give classes online. Prabhuji, in fact, teaches Bhakti Vaibhav classes, and if you know, Bhakti Vaibhav is it's pretty hard, especially somebody like me, so very advanced devotees. And Prabhuji is also the congregational director of Iskcon Atlanta. And without any further ado, I will tell Prabhuji to take over. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We will sing Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Where is Royal Govind Prabhu? Oh yes, he's traveling. That's right. Hare Krishna.
Is it off?
Hare Krishna. I am very grateful to be with all of you and feeling very overwhelmed that all of you spend your valuable time to associate a non-materialistic person like myself. Thank you for this opportunity to speak Krishna Katha on the auspicious Tithi of Ekadashi. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Yamuna Tiravanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Iskcon BBT founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtottar Shata Shri Śrīmad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट सच्चिदानंदन श्रील भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट श्रील जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की प्रभुत्र श्री नरोत्तम श्यामानंद श्रीनिवास प्रभु की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ श्री षड गोस्वामी प्रभु गण की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज श्री गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा देवी की जय। जमुना देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदायिनी श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। श्री एकादशी व्रत की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaurang. Thy Gaur Hari Bol. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, let us begin with our Mangalacharan prayers, the auspicious invocation prayers. All of us together. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Kṛṣṇa Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvidamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryoज्वल Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dhanta-harine Namo Gaur Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambha Rasambodhe Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandaramine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gauravirbhava Bhume Swam Nurdeshta Sajjana Priya Jagannathayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaha Varanyaya Krishna Prema Pralayane Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Varasuse Namaha Panchatattva-atmakam Krishnam Bhakta-rupa Sarvakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta-shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Pandirgati Matsarvasva Padam Bhojo Radha Madan Mohana Divya Vrindaranya Kanpadhumadar Śrīmad Ratnagara Simhasanastho Shri Shri Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishthālibhi Sevyamano Smarami Śrīmad Rasa Rasarambhi Vamshivata Tatastita Kṛṣṇa Venu Svanayra Gopir Gopinatha Shriyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Krishna Prema Mai Radha Radha Prema Mayo Hari Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama Vrindavaneshwari Radha Krishna Vrindavaneshwara Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Śrīvāsādi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Śrīvāsādi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, today is a very auspicious day. It is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ekadashi, and tomorrow is also a very auspicious day. Anybody knows what is the day tomorrow?
Dvādasi.
Yes, Dvādasi. Which Dvādasi?
Rukmiṇī Dvādasi.
Yes, tomorrow is the divine appearance day of Shri Rukmini Devi, who is an expansion of Śrīmati Radharani. So, today and tomorrow, in 2 sessions, we will attempt to read from the king of all scriptures, Grantaraj, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 10th Canto, chapter 52 today, and Kṛṣṇa willing, chapter 53 tomorrow. Okay? Because chapter 52 is Shri Rukmini's message to Lord Kṛṣṇa, and chapter 53 is Kṛṣṇa kidnaps Shri Rukmini Devi because she requested him to. So let us begin from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 10th Canto, chapter 52, entitled Shri Rukmini's message to Lord Kṛṣṇa. Text 15. So 10.52.15, you can access it on your devices. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 All of us together. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato
Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu Nityam bhavavata sevaya Bhagavati uttamashloke Bhaktir bhavati naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanaಭಾಯ Namaha Pankajamane Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Vasudeva Paraveda Vasudeva Paramakha Vasudeva Parayoga Vasudeva Parakriya Vasudeva Param Jnanam Vasudeva Param Tapah Vasudeva Paro Dharmo Vasudeva Paragati Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas तद्धाम वृंदावनम रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण या कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेम कुमरतो महान् श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरो नापरा गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Shri Shukadeva Goswami is describing to Maharaj Parikshit in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 10.52.15. Anartadhipati Śrīman
Anartadhipati Śrīman
Raivato Raivatim Sutam
Raivato Raivatim Sutam
Brahmana Choditha Pradar
Brahmana Chodita Pradar
Balayeti Puroditam.
Balayeti Puroditam.
All translations and purports are by the humble disciples of His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Translation. Shri Shukadeva Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit, as ordered by Lord Brahma, Raivat Maharaj, the opulent ruler of the Anartha province, gave Lord Balaram his own daughter Revati in marriage. This has already been discussed. Pura Uditam. I have already mentioned in the 9th canto that Revat Maharaj gave his daughter Revati to Lord Balaram in marriage. Text 16 and 17. Bhagavan api Govinda
Bhagavan api Govinda
upaye me kurudvaha
Upaye me Gurudvaha
Vaidarbhim Bhishmaka Sutam
Vaidarbhim Bhishmaka Sutam
Shriyo Matram Swayamvare
Shriyo Matram Swayamvare
Pramatya Tarasarajna
Pramatya Tarasarajya
Shalvadim Chaidya Pakshagan
Shaladim Chaitya Pakshagan
Pashyatam Sarva Lokanam
Pashyatam Sarva Lokanam
Takshya Putraha Sudham Iva.
Tarshya Putra Sudhamiva.
Translation. Kurudvaha. Shri Shukadeva Goswami is addressing Maharaj Parikshit as the hero of the Kuru dynasty. Why hero? Because he's the only one remaining.
And he is as good as Yudhishthira Maharaj, and there's so many things in his qualities, like he's as good as Arjun in bow and arrows, and he's charitable. There's so many qualities which were described in
In the first
Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam.
canto, yes. The qualities of Parikshit Maharaj are described. He was the abode of all good qualities. That is what makes a person a hero. Hero is not because someone can act in Bollywood or Hollywood very nicely. Parikshit Maharaj is called hero because even though he is the only surviving member of the Kuru dynasty, he has all good qualities and he has overcome fear of death. The greatest fear in this world is the fear of death. That is the common denominator in everything we do. Why do we go for annual physicals? Why do we get our A1C checked? Why do we get a colonoscopy? Why do we have auto insurance, health insurance? We are afraid of death. Mrityu sarva harascha. Everything will be taken away at the time of death. Everybody is afraid of death, but Maharaj Parikshit had overcome the fear of death. That's why he is Gurutva. He is the hero of the Kuru dynasty. That is real achievement. To overcome the fear of death itself. Marobi Rakovi Jo Ichha Sohara Nityadasa Prati Ādi Gadādhara. Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur prayed like that in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So, hero among the Kurus, the Supreme Lord himself, Govinda, married Bhishmaka's daughter Vaidarbhi, who was a direct expansion of the goddess of fortune. Shriyo Matram Swayamvare. He married the goddess of fortune, Vaidarbhi, Bhishmaka Sutam. Vaidarbhi is a name of Rukmiṇī Devi because she is from Gokuvirtapalpur. Where are you from? She is Vaidarbhi because she is from Vidarbha. And she is Bhishmaka Sutam. She is the daughter of Maharaj Bhishmaka. And she is the goddess of fortune, Shriya herself. And Kṛṣṇa married her. So in the previous verse number 15, Shri Shukdev Goswami is telling us about the marriage of the elder brother, Lord Balaram. He married Revati, the daughter of Maharaj Raivata, on the order of Lord Brahma. Now the younger brother, Ram Anuja, Kṛṣṇa, the younger brother of Lord Balaram, he married Vaidarbhi. He married Rukmiṇī Devi, who is the goddess of fortune herself. Achha, how did he marry Rukmiṇī? That's explained in verse number 17. He beat down Shalva and other kings who took Shishupal's side. Shalva, Jarasandha, they took Shishupal's side and Kṛṣṇa beat them all. Indeed, as everyone watched, Shri Kṛṣṇa took Rukmiṇī just as Garud boldly stole nectar from the devatas, from the demigods. Like Garudji stole nectar in one of the Puranic stories mentioned in the Puranas. Similarly, Kṛṣṇa came and all these Jarasandha, Shishupal, they were all watching. Rukmi was watching and Kṛṣṇa came and he took Rukmiṇī away. Shukdev Goswami is mentioning this in a passing way. Now this is the 10th canto, 52nd chapter, which means Maharaj Parikshit has been fasting from food, water and sleep for almost 5-6 days. It's perhaps the 6th day, because this is more than halfway through the 10th canto. So 6 days almost, Parikshit Maharaj has been fasting from food and water and he has not slept a wink. When he got the news that he has only 7 days to live. If we get the news we have only 7 days to live, first thing we'll do is go on Facebook and update our status. And then see how many shares we get, how many likes we get, and best of all, how many comments we get. We'll call the relatives and try to say, at least meet me once before I go. Immediately call the 401k company and okay, I want to use it up. I have only 7 days. Let me go to the 7-star hotel. And where is my bucket list? Let me check off how many things I get. Parikshit Maharaj even gave up water. At least he could have lived comfortably 7 days. He gave up even food, water, and the most difficult thing to give up is sleep. He gave up sleep also. And it is not that he is just tired, exhausted, sleepless, sleep deprived, lying down, inattentive. On the 6th day, Shri Shukdev Goswami, his Gurudev, makes a passing comment that Balaram married Revati. I have already described this in the 9th canto. Yes, Gurudev, I remember. And Kṛṣṇa married Rukmini. He made a passing comment. But Maharaj Parikshit was so attentive that he immediately asked a question. He was so attentive. Text 18. श्रीराजोवाच
श्रीराजोवाच
भगवान् भीष्मकः सुताम्
भगवान् भीष्मकसुताम्
रुक्मिणीं रुचिराननाम्
रुक्मिणीं रुचिराननाम्
राक्षसेन विधानेन
राक्षसेन विधानेन
उपयेम इति श्रुतम्.
उपयेम इति श्रुतम्.
Immediately Maharaj Parikshit interrupted Shukadeva Goswami's narration and said, "O Gurudev, the Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa married Rukmiṇī Ruchirananam. Anana means face. Ruchir means very beautiful, very attractive. He married Rukmiṇī, who was very beautiful, Rakshasena Vidhanena. According to the Rakshas Vivaha ceremony. He abducted her and married her. Upayema iti shrutam. I have heard like this, that Kṛṣṇa had abducted her and married her in a Rakshas way. So, text 19. Bhagavan shrotumicchami
भगवान् श्रोतुमिच्छामि
Krishnasya tejasah
कृष्णस्यामित तेजसः
Yathamagada shalvadin
यथामागतसर्वाणीं
Jitva kanya upaharat.
जित्वा कन्यामुपाहरत्.
So Gurudev, yes, I have also heard that Kṛṣṇa abducted the beautiful Rukmini Devi and married her in a Rakshas way, in the Rakshas Vidhi. Bhagwan Shrotum Ichchami. Hey Gurudev Bhagwan, he's addressing Shukadeva Goswami as Bhagwan. Shrotum Ichchami. I want to know more details. Please elaborate. How Kṛṣṇa married Rukmini? How Kṛṣṇa took away his bride, defeating kings like Jarasandha and Shalva. These great kings he defeated and married Rukmini. I want to hear about it. Text 20. Brahman Krishna Katha Punya
ब्रह्मन् कृष्णकथपुण्या
Madhvir Loka Malapaha
मातृलोकमलापः
Konu Triptyeta Shrinvanaha
ओनु तृप्येत शृण्वानः
Shrutatnyo Nityanutana.
श्रुतान्यो नित्यनूतनः.
Parikshit Maharaj asks a question that I want to know in detail how Kṛṣṇa married Rukmini. And in case Shukadeva Goswami says, really you want me to elaborate? You know, it's been 6 days, you have been hearing constantly, no food, no water. Are you sure? Anticipating that this thought might cross his Gurudev's mind, he says, which experienced listener, O Brahman, O Gurudev, Sri Shukadeva Goswami, could ever grow satiated while listening to the Kṛṣṇa Katha Punya, to the pious, charming narration of Kṛṣṇa Katha, which is Nitya Nutan. It is eternally fresh. Nitya Nutan. It's always novel. New. Even though we have heard it many times. It is Nitya Nutan. And it Malapaha. It cleanses away the contamination in the mind. This world creates contamination. World's contamination. In this world, if you see, there is a lot of contamination. Now it's Ekadashi, we are sitting in the divine presence of Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar in the ashram of Varsana Chitra Mataji and Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu, who are very nice, sincere devotees. We are sitting in each other's association doing Kirtan Katha, taking shelter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the holy name. So we are protected. But the moment we walk out into the world, we will be attacked by Maya. And there will be contamination. When we see something mundane, when we see the face of a materialist, when we see materialistic activities either in person or on television, our eyes become polluted. When we smell some mundane perfume that has not been offered to Radha and Kṛṣṇa, our nose becomes polluted. When we hear news, sports, movies, shows, our ears become polluted. When we eat something that has not been offered with devotion to Kṛṣṇa, our tongue becomes polluted. When we think of material aspirations, our mind becomes polluted. When we shake hands with a materialist, our sense of touch becomes polluted. But when we touch the lotus feet of a devotee, we become purified. But in this world, there is a lot of contamination. Every moment we are pouring in contamination through different sense organs. And all these sense organs, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, they are connected with the mind. This is the hardware. The mind is the software. And there is a lot of corruption viruses in the software of our mind. But by hearing Krishna Katha, Maharaj Parikshit is saying, Loka Malapa Ha. The mala, the contamination in all the people, on all this world, becomes destroyed. Śrīmad Svakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Rid Antasto hi Abhadrani Vidhunoti Suretsana. Vidhunoti means to wash up. So he says, in case you doubt, Gurudev, that I am eager to hear, let me tell you, Krishna Katha is the only solution that protects, purifies us. So I want to hear. And don't think that because I have already heard that yes, Krishna had married Rukmini and you are going to tell us about Rukmini Mangalam, the marriage of Rukmini to Krishna, it will be boring. Look at the last words of the last line of this verse number 20. Shrutagno Nitya Nutana. It is Nitya Nutan. Don't think I will get bored, Gurudev. It is Nitya Nutan, it's very new. For example, if Bindu Mataji and Shaktiman Prabhu are told, talk about your daughter, talk about your child, will they ever get bored? Why? Because there is love. They might have told others the same activity of their child before, but when someone else asks them, again they will enthusiastically tell, today our child did like this. Why? Because there is affection and love. Where there is love, one doesn't get bored. It is Nitya Nutan. Correct? So what to speak of a pure devotee who loves Krishna? It is never boring. So we should never say, I have read this. Now give me some other book. I have already read this. No, we should never do like this. If we love Krishna, if we love Radharani, if we love Prabhupada, we will read it again and again and again. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would read how many times? One prasanga? 100 times at least. Shri Gadādhara Pandit and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha and Krishna. They are relishing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam because there is love. So if we have love, Krishna Prema Mai Radha and Radha Prema Mayo Hari. When Krishna hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, he sees Radharani in every page. He sees Rukmini as Radha. And when Radharani hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Krishna Tulya Bhāgavatam. Bhāgavatam is not different from Krishna. She is experiencing Krishna in Bhāgavatam. So both are enjoying. And both come together as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is enjoying hundreds of times Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Dhruv Charitra, Prahlad Charitra. So we should also never get bored. If we feel bored, it is our mind. And we should not listen to the enemy. Mind is the enemy, huh? We don't listen to the enemy. If the enemy says, eat poison, okay. So mind says, this is boring. Come on, watch Netflix. This is boring, Baba. Are we going to obey the mind? Are we going to obey the mind? No. Haribo! Text 21. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ruvacha. Then Parikshit Maharaj inquires, I want to know about Rukmini and Krishna's marriage. Parikshit Maharaj's inquiry is very nice. So his Gurudev, Shri Shukdev Goswami, replies, Rājāsīd Bhīshmako Nama Vidarbhādhi Patir Mahan Tasya Pancha Bhavan Putraha Kanyeka Varanana. Shri Badarayani, who is Shri Shukdev Goswami, said there is a king named Bhishmak who is the powerful ruler of Vidarbha. He had 5 sons and 1 daughter of lovely countenance, beautiful face. Varanana, it's very beautiful face. Text 22. Ruk agrajo ruk maratho rukma bahur anantaraha rukma kesho rukma mali Rukmiṇī esha swasasati. Bhishmak Maharaj had 5 sons. Rukmiṇī was the eldest, followed by Rukmaratha, Rukmabahu, Rukmakesha, and Rukmamali. These are the 5 perverted reflection of the Panchatattva. And their sister was the exalted Shri Rukmini Devi. She was sister, Swasa, sister. Text 23. Sopashrutya mukundasya Rupavirya gunashriyah Grihagatair giyamanas Tammene sadrisham patim. Hearing of the beauty, upashrutya, after hearing about Mukundasya Rupa, means Krishna's Rupa Madhuri, Krishna's physical beauty. Mukundasya Rupa, Krishna's beauty. Virya, Krishna's prowess, his power, his strength. Guna, Krishna's good qualities, his character. Shriya, and Krishna's opulences. After hearing about all this, from Griha Agatai, Griha Agata means those who come as guests in the house. So when guests came in the palace of Maharaj Bhishmak, they were all sadhus who came. He would not invite asadhus. So personalities like Śrīmad Narad Muni would come and visit Bhishmak Maharaj. And Maharaj Bhishmak would request them, please speak Krishna Katha. And they would speak. And Rukmini sometimes used to sit with her father and she heard from the visiting speakers, from the visiting preachers. She heard about Krishna. She had never seen Krishna. She heard about Krishna from personalities like Narad Muni. Shrutva. After hearing what happened, Rukmini decided that Krishna would be the perfect husband for her. Mene sadrisham pati. My suitable husband should be this Krishna, about whom she heard from the pure devotees who came. Which means we should invite devotees in our house who will speak Krishna Katha. You never know when our children will hear and get inspired. So we should expose our family members to Krishna Katha. Once Shri Radha Govind Maharaj, one of our Gurujans, speaks in Hindi mostly. He was speaking Krishna Katha in Manor, Bhaktivedanta Manor in UK. And there are some people who understand Hindi, so they would come and hear. And he gave a saptaha in Hindi. And there was one boy who would sit right in front all 7 days and hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam from Srila Radha Govind Maharaj. And he was born and brought up in UK and he did not know Hindi. But 7 days he sat. And Srila Radha Govind Maharaj thought he understood. He understands Hindi, that's why he's sitting. He was a young boy, maybe 9-10 years old. Little younger than my theory. So after the katha, Maharaj asked him, "Aapko katha pasand aayi?" He looked at Maharaj with a blank face. महाराज कथा आपको पसंद नहीं? Then the parents said, Maharaj, he doesn't understand Hindi. Huh? For 7 days he was sitting, front row he was sitting and hearing. Then Maharaj asked in English, why are you sitting in front and hearing if you don't understand Hindi? So the boy replied, Maharaj, I like your accent. 7 days I was sitting and thinking, what kind of accent is this? You have an interesting accent. So Maharaj said, for whatever reason, at least he sat and heard. The sound vibrations will work. The recitation of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam will work. See, now we are reading and we are all repeating the original verses of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that Srila Prabhupada so painstakingly gave us. These verses, Srila Prabhupada explained, these verses of the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ishopanishad, Brahma Samhita, they are mantras. Each shlok is each verse a mantra. How do you define a mantra? You say Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Gopal Mantra. What are these mantras? Mana Trayati iti mantra. Yes, mantra is that sound vibration which purifies and liberates the mind. Mana means mind, Traya means to save. Mana Trayati iti mantra. That which liberates the mind is called mantra. So each of these verses, they are mantras, Prabhupada says. So by reciting them, hearing them, our heart becomes purified. My words are broken, my words don't have any potency. But Srila Prabhupada's words of Shukdev Goswami, words of Bhagavan Vyasdev are very powerful. This is Shabda Brahma. That's why we are reading and repeating all these verses. So when Rukmini heard from the visiting sadhus about Kṛṣṇa, again and again and again, she decided this personality is the most amazing person. And I want to give my heart, I want to give myself, I want to give my life to this person. I want to marry Kṛṣṇa. She decided. He should be my husband. Text 24. Tam buddhi lakshanaudarya
Tam buddhi lakshanaudarya
Rupashila gunashraya
Rupashila gunashraya
Kṛṣṇasya sadrishim bharyam
Krishnasya sadrishim bharyam
samudvodum manodadhe.
Samudvodum manodadhe.
Lord Kṛṣṇa knew that Rukmini possessed intelligence, buddhi, auspicious bodily markings, lakshana audarya, beauty, rupa, proper behavior and character, shila, and all other good qualities, gunashraya. Kṛṣṇa also knew that this Rukmini is possessing all good qualities. She is not only having external beauty, but she has internal beauty also. She has got very good character, very good behavior. So, concluding that Rukmini would be an ideal wife for me, Kṛṣṇa made up his mind to marry her. This is interesting because Rukmini's letter has not reached Kṛṣṇa yet. Kṛṣṇa has already made up his mind that there is a girl in Vidarbha, her name is Rukmini, she loves me, she wants to marry me, she is well qualified, she has good qualities, good behavior, I will marry her. What does this mean? It means the first verse of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Kṛṣṇa is Abhijñā Swarat. Abhijñā means he knows everything, he is omniscient, and Swarat means Kṛṣṇa is independent. It means that we may never have seen Kṛṣṇa, but if in our heart we have affection for Kṛṣṇa, we have devotion for Kṛṣṇa, we have service attitude towards Kṛṣṇa and Kṛṣṇa's devotees, Kṛṣṇa will accept us. Kṛṣṇa has already made up his mind that I will bring this devotee to me. all depends on the sincerity of our heart. You see, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita tells a story from the Puranas that in India, South India, there was a Brahmana who was very poor. And one day he went to attend a Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. And in that class, 11th canto was being discussed. Ekadash Canto, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 11th canto. And in that, Kṛṣṇa is explaining to Uddhav the process of devotional service. And Kṛṣṇa says there are many types of deities. Deities made of metal, deities made of stone, deities made of daru, wood, and deity that manifests in the mind of a devotee. And all these deities are real. They are not different from me. When he heard this, he said, "Oh, I don't have a deity of my own, but I can think of Kṛṣṇa in my mind and serve him in my mind. I don't have money to cook something for Kṛṣṇa, to buy flowers for Kṛṣṇa. I don't have land where I can build a temple. I have nothing, but I have my mind." And in Bhagavad Gita, Kṛṣṇa says, "Maya arpita mano buddhi." Offer your mind to me. Offer your intelligence to me. Mameva shasya samshaya. You will come back to me guaranteed. Maya arpita mano buddhi, mameva shasya samshaya. Kṛṣṇa says in Bhagavad Gita, "Man mana bhava mad bhakto." Give your mind to me. Think of me with your mind. So let me worship Kṛṣṇa first class with my mind from today. So every time we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class, we should have some takeaway. We should try to apply something in our life and transform. There are many examples in the scriptures where devotees from one Bhagavatam class, they grasp a certain aspect, transform their lives by following it, and got Kṛṣṇa. Another example is again in South India. The example of Vishnu Chitta. He attended a Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. It was a 10th canto class. The chapter entitled Kṛṣṇa Enters Mathura. And in that, the Kathakar was telling how Kṛṣṇa went to the house of Sudama in Mathura, the garland maker. And that Sudama offered beautiful garlands to Kṛṣṇa, Balaram and all the friends. And just by accepting the garland, Kṛṣṇa benedicted and blessed that Sudama, garland maker, to get pure devotion and to get Vaikuntha at the end of the life. And he got it. Bhagavatam describes 10th canto. This Vishnu Chitta heard this in one Bhagavatam class and completely dedicated his life to making garlands. Garlands for Lord Rangana. And he became one of the 12 alvars. Just by cultivating a garden with lots of tulsi plants, lots of fragrant flowering plants, in a way that 12 months a year he will have abundant supply of tulsi leaves, tulsi manjaris and fragrant colorful flowers. And he would make tulsi garland and flower garland and offer it every day. Huge garland that went all the way to the knees of Lord Rangana. And he became one of the 12 alvars. And his daughter became an alvar. Anda, the only female alvar, was his daughter, Vishnu Chitta. By one Bhagavatam class, 2 alvars were created. So Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is very powerful. Prabhupada, one verse of Bhagavad Gita completely convinced Srila Prabhupada that I have to become a jet age parivrajaka. I have to travel. Gauravani pracharine, paschatya desha tarine. What was that verse? Huh? Prabhupada Lilamrit. Who has read? What was that verse that convinced Prabhupada? Okay, I have to follow my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and I have to travel and preach. I must take sannyas. Bhagavad Gita. Vyavasayatmika buddhi rekeha kurunandana bahushakaya tasya budhayo avyavasaya. And whose commentary? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. He says this verse refers that a devotee means a devotee should make the orders of a spiritual master to be his sole focus of life. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Ekeha purunam. So one verse can transform our lives, my dear friends. So what were we discussing? Why did we get into all this?
Mind, offering mind.
Offering mind. So this Brahmana, he said, I will do puja in my mind. So he conceived the form of Lord Narayan. And every day, he was akinchan, he had nothing. He was sitting under a tree. And he would just close his eyes and meditate. Lord Narayan has come to meet me under this tree. I will make a first class 24 karat gold throne. Now in the mind there is no budget. There is no budget. You can have anything. 24 karat gold throne with beautiful diamonds and pearls and rubies and nice cushion, soft cushion made of the best, finest quality cotton. And I will seat Lord Narayan there. And then I will take fragrant flower garlands and I will offer many garlands to Lord Narayan. Then I will wash his lotus feet with panchamrit, with scented water. Then I will offer chandan, fragrant chandan, mixed with camphor to Lord Narayan. And then I will tell him, now you sit with Lakshmi ji comfortably here. I have arranged for musicians to do Kirtan for your pleasure. And then the best musicians with the best instruments are sitting and doing Kirtan for Lakshmi Narayan. And he said, I will go and cook in the meantime. And he goes, and even the firewood in the kitchen is sandalwood, so that they will get fragrance. It's a posh kitchen, modular kitchen, state-of-the-art kitchen, where he's cooking. And he makes chappan bhog, the best ingredients. The dry fruits have come from Afghanistan. Yes, he used to think like that. Mangoes have come from Ratnagiri. Everything top class. The milk is from the Surabhi cow. Everything first class. In the mind there is no limit, restriction. And he would make chappan bhog. And among the items, one day he made the best, finest rice from Navadvip. Rice from Navadvip, milk of the Surabhi cow. He made sweet rice to offer Lord Lakshmi Narayan. But the peculiarity of sweet rice is when you cook it, it's boiling hot. But it cannot be served hot. Best served chilled. Not chilled, but cool. Chilled is tamasic. But it is served cool. So he wanted to test and make sure that it has come back to room temperature. So he put his finger to test the temperature. And everything is in the mind, huh? There is nothing there. It is like this. He actually gets a chatka. His finger actually gets scalded, burnt. What is this? And he's surprised. What happened? What just happened? And just like you are laughing, Lord Narayan starts laughing in Vaikuntha. And Lakshmi says, tell me, why you are laughing? Tell me the secret. You have a mysterious laughter. What happened? Tell me. He said, I will not tell you, I will show you come. Look at that Brahman there. He heard one Bhagavatam class, 11th Canto, and grasped this one point that Kṛṣṇa, if you don't have anything, you can offer me. Now it's not that you have the means and still you do in the mind. Prabhuji Janmashtami donation. I just gave $11,000. Go. No. He had no means. If you don't have means, you can do it even in the mind. That is the meaning. There's no meaning purports. So he heard that and he has been doing Manasi Puja for years. And today he tried to check the temperature of sweet rice and his finger got burnt. Because whatever his meditation is, it is really happening. I am making it manifest because he is so sincere. You know what? I love him very much. This devotee is a favorite of mine. Let's take him with us to Vaikuntha. Let's bring him to Vaikuntha right now. So this is the power of hearing. He heard one Bhagavatam class and it transformed his life, took him to Vaikuntha. Now the question is whether we can really hear with that eagerness, assimilate it and apply it in our life. Pratyakshavagavam punyam susukham kartum avdeyam. This is practical. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita is practical. Not just Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, and then we don't do Sankirtan only. Only say. No, you have to actually do it. Śrīmad Prabhu says that Harinam Sankirtan will lead to Krishna Prem if you do it. Yes, you have to do it. Then it will do. So just by hearing about Krishna, Rukmini decided that he should be my husband. And just because she had that sincere desire, even though she never met Krishna, she has not written a letter, Krishna already made up his mind that I want this Rukmini as my wife. So this should give us hope that if we are sincerely praying, Rukmini made up her mind. Mene Sadrishim Pati. She thought that Krishna is my husband. Mene, in her mind she thought Krishna is my husband from today. Nobody else. So if we also pray like that, Mat prananathastu saeva napara. If we also think like that, Krishna is hearing our prayers. Many times I think about His Holiness Srila Kadamba Swami Maharaj, who left us last year. Did I speak about him last time I was here? No. His daily schedule as the temple president of Iskcon Vrindavan was very, very inspiring. How many of you know? Little bit? Very inspiring. Kadamba Maharaj missed Srila Prabhupada by a few months. He joined the movement in 1978. Srila Prabhupada left this planet in 1977. He missed Prabhupada a little bit. Took initiation from His Holiness Srila Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj, one of our Guru Jan, and completely dedicated himself to Krishna consciousness. He was serving in Vrindavan where the land mafia were upset with him and they actually had contract killers, Supari, contract killing, and they actually shot him with a rifle. He was shot. But he did not give up his services, did not give up his resolve to serve Srila Prabhupada. Went on to become the temple president of Iskcon Vrindavan. And being in management is very difficult. Once I was asking a devotee who is very close to me that please tell me some feedback. How I can be a better devotee. Because this devotee knows me very well for many years. So this devotee told me that Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu, I will tell you honestly, when I met you years and years ago, you were much sweeter. You were much more innocent. In fact, if I would have met you now, perhaps I would not have befriended you. But because I met you then, when you were sweet and innocent, I befriended you. But because you are into management now, you have lost that innocence. And you have lost that sweetness. And that really affected me. I feel very deeply, and I have been thinking about it since then. It's a very honest feedback, which only a loved one can give. It is a fact. When you are into management, you have to make decisions. You hear about the problems of all the devotees. Sometimes you have to take some steps. It's very, very contaminating. It's one thing to come together with devotees and think everybody is nice, everybody has come to hear Bhagavatam, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Everybody is going to do Kirtan, everybody is very Kanthi Tilak, they are all nicely situated devotees. This is a very healthy thought process. Because Vaishnava Gunagrahi na dekhaye dosh. Vaishnava is Gunagrahi, he sees the good qualities Shaktiman Prabhu plays very nice Mridanga. Prabhuji plays very nice Kartal. They are very sincere. They came, they were making, Prabhuji was leading nice Kirtan in the beginning. This is a healthy. Vaishnava are gunagrahi. See the good qualities in others? Gunagrahi. And na dekhaye dosh, and don't see their faults. Mahaprabhu is saying this. Vaishnava are gunagrahi, na dekhaye dosh, kayamana vakya kare, Vaishnava santosh. That with our body, mind and words, we have to please the devotees, not see the faults in them. So it's a very healthy conception to think everybody is a nice devotee. But when you are in management and you hear complaints about devotees from devotees, then you start seeing faults. I thought this devotee was good. This is what the devotee is doing. Let me chastise. Let me not recommend him for initiation. Let him wait 1 year. Let him wait 2 years. We lose our innocence. And we get polluted and contaminated by all the negativity that is downloaded into the software of our mind through the years. Instead of hearing the good about others, we start hearing the faults. Every time we see that devotee, faults come to our mind. Being the temple president of a temple like Vrindavan, Iskcon Vrindavan, is very difficult. Because there are so many issues there. Without going into details, it's very difficult. Wherever there are, why is marriage difficult? Why is marriage difficult? Two people are married and they are living together. Why is it difficult? Because there are two false egos who have come together. Two false egos living under the same roof. It's hard. It's hard. Now imagine a temple where there are 1,000 false egos come together under the same roof. It's even more difficult. And as temple president, all the problems come to you are the ocean, and all the problems and complaints are like rivers flowing into you. Hare Krishna. But listen to His Holiness Kadamba Swami Maharaj, what he says about his lifestyle when he was the temple president of Iskcon Vrindavan. He says, I used to wake up really early at 1:30 or 2 o'clock at night. I would take a shower, put tilak, fresh clothes, sit down on my asana, and in the solitude of my room, I would chant for 2 hours. 18, 19 rounds. I would chant 2 hours continuously until 4 o'clock. 2 to 4, I would chant. 4 o'clock, I would come to Prabhupada Samadhi Mandir for the 4:15 Guru Ashtakam prayer, Samsara. Then I would go in front of Kṛṣṇa Balaram Radha Shyam Sundar, Gaur for Vibhavari Shesha. Then Tulsi Puja. Then Narsimha Arati. Then Shiksha Ashtakam prayers. And when everybody would sit down to chant their japa, I would go back to my room. And for 2 hours, they were doing japa, and I would be reading Chaitanya Charitamrita every single morning. 5 to 7 was my Chaitanya Charitamrita reading time, alone. Since then I would come down for Guru Puja, Sri Guru Charana Padma, and Sridhar Darshan, and I would sit and hear the Bhagavatam class every day till 9 o'clock. Till 9 o'clock I would sit with devotees and take prasadam, breakfast. So what time he has gotten up? 1:30. 2 to 4 chanting. Then come down, prepare for the Mandala Arati. Then Artis, Guru Arati, Vibhavari Shesha, Narsimha Arati, Tulsi Arati, Shiksha Ashtakam, prayers. Then go to the room, 2 hours Chaitanya Charitamrita Swadhyaya, reading. Then come down, Guru Puja, Shringar Darshan, Govindam Ādi Purusham, Bhagavatam class, eating prasad with devotees, till 9:30. He said till 9:30, no talking. Nobody would come to me with problems. That's my time. With devotees, with Kṛṣṇa, with the holy name, with Chaitanya Charitamrita. 9:30, after breakfast with all the devotees, I would come to my office. And then from 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., 12 hours, Maharaj says, all hell would break loose. All hell would break loose. But Maharaj says, I was prepared. I was prepared. Because once you have had a nice morning, strong program, Kṛṣṇa gives you the intelligence. Kṛṣṇa gives you the strength to protect yourself from the contamination. So this is very important. So if we think of ourselves that I want to become a sold out servant of Prabhupada, I want to become a sold out servant of my Guru Maharaj, of the Guru Parampara, I want to become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotee, I want to become Radha Krishna's devotee, Gaur Nitai are my life and soul. If you think like this again and again, how Rukmini was thinking, Kṛṣṇa is my husband, Kṛṣṇa is my husband, Kṛṣṇa is my husband. If we start thinking, Guru Kṛṣṇa, Guru and Kṛṣṇa, Guru Gauranga, they are my everything. I want to serve my Guru and Lord Gauranga very nicely. Then they will also hear our prayers and they will accept us. So many times I think, Kadamkar Maharaj's departure was as good as it gets. Really apparent. He left this world exactly a year ago, April last year. And I met him during Kartik 2022. When he came before Kartik. When he came to know, just before Sadhu Sangha of 2022, Maharaj came to know that the cancer has metastasized to his lungs, liver, bones, brain, and the doctor said nothing can be done. They recommended hospice. And you can see Maharaj's Kirtans in Sadhu Sangha 2022. Where was it? Somewhere in the northwest.
Yeah,
Huh?
Texas.
No,
Oh,
California
Utah.
side.
Utah.
Yeah.
That 1 year it was in Utah. Few days before that Sadhu Sangha, he got the news that he has stage 4 cancer. He came there, only few devotees knew. I think only His Holiness Indralanga Maharaj knew the diagnosis. And of course his spiritual master, His Holiness Jayadaswami Maharaj knew. So Indralanga Maharaj told him before he went for the Kirtan, to lead the Kirtan, he told him, go easy, okay? Because His Holiness Kadamkar Maharaj was known for fast Kirtans. There is one Kirtan when he broke 3 harmoniums. He didn't have spare harmoniums. That was his enthusiasm. I am not exaggerating. Even his Mridanga players had to have tremendous stamina. See, spiritual world there is so much variety. Some Kirtankars are meditative, slow. And some like Kadamkar Maharaj, 2 minutes into Kirtan, they are already in the fast beat. So His Holiness Indralanga Maharaj told him, go easy. When you are going to do Kirtan 1 hour, you have to go easy. Don't tax your body too much. Stage 4 cancer. He went. It was the usual His Holiness Kadamkar Maharaj style Kirtan. Super fired up Kirtan. Then after Kirtan, when Maharaj got down from the stage, His Holiness Indralanga Maharaj said, I told you go easy. And Kadamkar Maharaj said, I can't help it. I can't help it. Maharaj went to all the centers where he had disciples. He had around, I think, 1200 disciples all over the world. South Africa, US, London. He went everywhere, Australia. Visited all the centers where he had disciples for a last farewell. And then came to Vrindavan before Kartik and stayed there through the end of 2022 until April 2023 when he passed away from this world. And he decided that I will not leave Vrindavan no matter what happens. He went to Navadvip first and then came to Vrindavan and said, now I will not leave Vrindavan. Ever. Even when I leave this body will stay in Vrindavan. I will never leave Vrindavan. And then from Radhashtami, he came for Radhashtami to Vrindavan. From Radhashtami of 2022 till April 2023, Maharaj stayed in Vrindavan continuously and left his body in Vrindavan, chanting Harinam. Even on the last day, he chanted 16 rounds. Every day, never failed. I was talking to His Holiness Jayadhara Swami Maharaj. Maharaj, can you tell me something about His Holiness Kadamakaran Maharaj? What was the secret of his success? There is no doubt that His Holiness Kadamakaran Swami Maharaj went back to Goloka Vrindavan. No doubt at all. Anybody who dies in Vrindavan goes to the spiritual world. What to speak of someone who had practiced Akhanda Brahmacharya, was a Brahmachari, was a sannyasi, a guru, never had any difficulty, unblemished character, exemplary sadhana, tremendous services for Srila Prabhupada, deep classes and ecstatic kirtans throughout his life. Doing bhajan in Vrindavan and then leaving the body in Vrindavan, surrounded by devotees in the presence of his Giriraj Shila. He was very attached to his Giriraj Shila. Every day he would worship Govardhan Shila. Our Giriraj Shila is here, we call him Radharaman. Very attached. Even from his deathbed, minutes before his departure, the Abhishek of his Giriraj Shila had just finished. It was morning time, around 9 o'clock, and the darshan had opened. And with his empty hands, Maharaj was doing like this to his Giriraj, offering everything. Yes, in that consciousness. So there is no doubt that Maharaj went to Kṛṣṇa Lok, to Goloka Vrindavan. So I asked Jayadhara Maharaj, you are his guru, you know him the best, can you tell me some secrets of his success? How from being born in a European country, Mleccha family, you end up going to Goloka Vrindavan in one lifetime. What was the key to success of Kadamakaran Maharaj? And Jayadhara Maharaj spontaneously gave several points. First thing he said was exemplary sadhana every day. No matter what is going on, whether it is some festival, whether he is traveling, whether he is busy, whether he is healthy or he is not healthy, his focus was his sadhana. Exemplary sadhana every single day. When we planned the day, it was not what things I have to accomplish. No, first how I can do my sadhana. 2 hours of chanting, 2 hours of reading, deity worship, arti. Reading Prabhupada's books every day. And Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita is a great. It's maddeningly intoxicating. Chaitanya Charitamrita. So one is exemplary sadhana. Second, Maharaj said he was a musician before he came to Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And he used his musical abilities to sing for Kṛṣṇa. So Maharaj said the point is, we all have some ability. If we introspect, all of us have some ability. We may have a taste for reading, we may be good in Kirtan, we may be good in Vaishnava Seva, we may be good in earning money. But whatever it is, we can use our abilities in Krishna's service. Just sitting in a class and attentively hearing is a service. Now how you are hearing, it is inspiring me to speak. If everybody is like this. My Guru Maharaj was saying, in New Vrindavan they used to be so tired in those days, 1970s. And Maharaj said, I have myself seen that everybody used to doze off in the Bhagavatam class. Because they were practically sleeping 1.5 to 2 hours. So much seva was there. Maharaj would do that seva of Radha Vrindavan Nath all day, alone, 6 bhogas, 6 artis, 6 cooking, everything. And when the deities would sleep, then it was his turn to come down and do the Kirtan at night, from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then go back and shower and start preparing at 3 o'clock for the Mandala. practically they were not sleeping. It was a very austere life. And in Bhagavatam class, everybody would sleep. Maharaj said, I would get to attend Bhagavatam class once a week. When I would come to take groceries from the main temple. I would come down to take groceries on Sunday. So I would get a Sunday Bhagavatam class. And everybody was sleeping. And Maharaj said, even I was feeling sleepy. So I was standing up. I was standing so I won't sleep. And Maharaj said, even standing I fell asleep. And then I saw, and even the speaker was sleeping like this. It actually happened. So if everybody is sleeping, then I also sleep, right? So just to sit attentively and hear is also service. So all of us can do some service. And Kadamakaran Maharaj, he had a talent in music. So he used that in the service of Krishna. So what was the first point? Strictness and exemplary sadhana. Not 5 times a week. And Saturday, Sunday. Every day. Every day. Using our talents and abilities in Krishna's service. Then Maharaj said something very interesting. He said Kadamakaran Maharaj cultivated very deep, intimate friendships with some advanced devotees. And he maintained those friendships all his life. For example, he was very close to Iskcon Maharaj. So like that, we should have some friends, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, who are very sincere devotees. And we should have an intimate friendship with them, where we can share our heart. We can discuss confidentially Krishna consciousness with them. That is most essential. It is these meaningful friendships that will help us make advancement in Krishna consciousness. Because if we come and it's Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, and we go, but there is no heart-to-heart discussion, we don't meet separately where we just associate with each other on a deep level, then the relationships remain very superficial. Because Rupa Goswami says, Guhyam Akhyati Prachati. That you confidentially reveal your mind and you confidentially hear from them. This type of intimate relationship exchange is very important. If we are always associating with very senior devotees, we may get proud. I'll tell you a real story. Once one devotee was told, Prabhuji, can you help in serving? He said, Prabhuji, I only serve Prabhupada disciples. So, if Prabhupada disciples are sitting inside, can I go and do the seva outside? I said, well, we need servers here for the general devotees. Prabhuji, I serve Prabhupada disciples. I'll go there. Well, it's great. You want to serve Prabhupada disciples? You get the point, right? So, what was I saying? If you always associate with big devotees, then we will become proud that nobody less than a Prabhupada disciple deserves to be served by me. If we are only associating with juniors who are brand new, then we are always in a holier than thou. I am the Prahlad. You are all Hiranyakashipis. I have come to deliver 21 generations. That is our attitude. So it is important that we associate with equals also. 3 types of association are there. It should be 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Sometime can be preaching, sometime can be serving seniors, getting their blessings, and sharing what we have with the less fortunate ones. But 1/3 time should be with equals, where we cultivate those heart-to-heart friendships. Where we just invite a friend home. Come for Prasad. Just 2 of us, 2, 3 of us, and just intimately talking. Prabhu, how's your japa? What are you doing? What have you read? What are you hearing? What is inspiring you? And also sharing. Getting their association and also being association for them. Are you understanding? Taking association and also being association, and we can be association for others if we have some Bhakti Shakti. And Bhakti Shakti comes from sadhana, comes from devotional practice. So we have to nourish ourselves, give that nourishment, share it with others, and also take nourishment from others. So Kadamakaran Maharaj cultivated such friendships with sincere advanced devotees, maintained them till the last, and that is what helped him in his Krishna consciousness. So in this way, Jayadrath Maharaj told me many things about Kadamakaran Maharaj. He said he was so focused on being conscious of Krishna at the time of death that ever since he was diagnosed with cancer, even though he was on hospice and he had oxycodone and everything with him prescribed by the hospice team, he did not even take a Tylenol since the time of his diagnosis. Not even a Tylenol or aspirin for pain control. He said, this is all Radharani's mercy on me. It is for my purification. Krishna has come to me in the form of this cancer. Whatever Krishna wants, I will do. I am willing to accept. Now this may be very extreme, not to take a Tylenol, but Jayadeva has told me personally, he did not. He was so focused that this is Krishna's mercy. I do not want to minimize the reactions of my karma. Whatever Krishna wants to give me, I will take it. So this may be extreme, but these extreme examples are there to serve as a shining light, as a lighthouse in the darkness of our lives. We may not be able to become a lighthouse, but at least we can gain something from that. So we may not be able to become like Kadamba Karan Maharaj, but at least we can understand the principle: gratitude, tolerance, accepting what happens in our life, being satisfied with what Krishna gives us, and focus on remembering Krishna. So in this consciousness, Maharaj went back to Krishna. So many times I think, so Krishna must have decided at some point that I want Kadamba Karan Maharaj in Golok Vrindavan. You all agree?
Yes.
That's why you get Vrajvas at the end of your life. That's why you are able to chant 16 rounds even on your last day, when you are suffering from stage 4 cancer and you have not eaten anything. Maharaj had complete bowel obstruction, and the doctors could have done a diverting colostomy, where you just do a colostomy and continue to eat, because now the stool will come out from the stomach, because further down there is obstruction. Maharaj said, no, I am not attached to eating. If it's blocked, I will stop eating. And Maharaj just stopped eating and drinking completely. Like Parikshit Maharaj, last few days. So Krishna must have definitely, Radharani must have definitely decided that I want him back in Golok Vrindavan. And I think, which was that Kirtan where Krishna and Radharani thought, that's it, I want him back. This is Radha Shyam Sundaram, Krishna. Radha Shyam Sundaram Vrindavan. So my point is this: every time we go in Kirtan, every time we go for Katha, let us pray that today I will be so sincere that may Krishna and Radharani decide. Like Krishna decided that Rukmini is my wife. Let today, hopefully, Radha and Krishna decide that they will accept me at the end of this life. All this chanting, all these 4 regulative principles, all the devotional practices, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's challenging. But I hope that I can please Radha and Krishna through my hearing of today's class, through my chanting, through my Kirtan, in a way that they will accept me.
Yeah, I listen to Parikshit. I often listen to Kadamba Maharaj, and I see there is some kind of problem.
From a bullet injury, he had paralysis.
He sings non-stop.
Yeah. He had that partial facial palsy because of the injury. So Krishna decided, I want Rukmini. And then what happens, we will see tomorrow. We'll see. So we will not be able to do the next chapter, but we'll just finish this chapter. So what is the take home from today's discussion? Anybody would like to share? We'll go around. Yes.
To have a strong sadhana
Every day.
every day.
Yes. It's easy to have strong sadhana some days, but the test of a devotee is to have a strong sadhana every single day.
Can I share one experience?
Please.
Thank you for a wonderful class. when I went to Golden Eco Village just now, from there I decided, I said, one day, it was Ekadasi. One day was Ekadasi. I was there from February, end of February, from March 15th. I said, how can I was taking care of my mom. I was taking her to all her appointments and making sure she eats on time and all these things. I said, how am I going to chant Krishna on Ekadasi with a little bit extra rounds? How can I do that? And I just kept thinking, I said, Krishna, if you so desire, I can chant, please help me. And she was helping me actually. She would like sometimes burst out saying, why did you bring me here? Why did you bring me over here? What is this, And I was like, it's to get you better, to help you from within. If you get cleaned up, your intestines, everything get cleaned up, you feel better from within. And so I kept praying to Krishna. I don't know how, but that day I chanted, I don't want to say how many, but I chanted many rounds, and I said, this is amazing. How somebody else can help me versus help. When you're really, really trying to I want to do better, I want to serve the devotees better, I want to just, my whole life dedicate, to Krishna. I see people in my life, especially my mother, and I'm like, wow, so much tolerance, so much, but I'm really grateful. This attitude of being grateful, when I started that in the morning every day, whether I felt it or not, I was like, I'm so grateful, Krishna. You arrange so many things for me to serve you nicely, and I don't say that to you every day. And this has helped. From that day till now, I'm like, wow, Krishna, thank you so much. Thank you for coming over here, enlightening us, and giving us this, this deep love, this devotion that we should have for Krishna. Your feelings, the way you say it, the way you give examples and everything, it really touches the heart.
Hare Krishna. So, mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So, I would like to go around the room and on a voluntary basis, you can share something that you grasped from today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. And if you have any questions, we will spend some time today taking question answers. And tomorrow we will try to, because tomorrow is Dvādasi, so today we kind of prepared our consciousness, and tomorrow we will try to discuss this whole pastime for around 2 hours. So it will be a little long today. But I want to leave some, so we may not have time for question answers tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? Yes. And the next day is a work day. So tomorrow we may not have so much time. But today, if I'm available, if there are any questions, comments, so let's go around. Oh, you're just holding it? Hare Krishna. That's something that you learned from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful class. I like the point where you said just take one aspect or one point from Bhagavatam and perfect it. So I really like that. That slow and steady, we can just grasp one point and then perfect it and then move on to the next.
Yes. And you see, if we see in our society, spiritual society, this is very practical. For example, Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he has perfected the art of spreading Kṛṣṇa consciousness to others in the mood of Nityananda Prabhu. Audarya Bhav. He's a Dvādasi, lives in Navadvip, and he's just expert in creating this Bhakti Vriksha system and spreading it to in places like the Middle East. Very difficult. In Bangladesh, very difficult. But Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj goes there, has been going there, and he has spread Kṛṣṇa consciousness like anything. He is a Navadvipasi. At the same time, there is another Navadvipasi, Jananivas Prabhu and Pankajchandra Prabhu. Sripad Jananivas Prabhu, Sripad Pankajchandra Prabhu. They are also Prabhupada disciples, same Guru, God brothers, same Dham, more or less came at the same time into Kṛṣṇa consciousness. But they have completely different nature and they have perfected deity worship. All three of them are pure devotees. But you see how, just take one and perfect it. deity worship. They are so expert in deity worship. Like that. Śrīmad Vaisheshika Maharaj perfected the art of Swadhyaya and Shastra Vidaran. Study of scriptures, Prabhupada's books, and distribution of Prabhupada's books. That's his life and soul. Srila Gopal Kṛṣṇa Goswami Maharaj. In those days, in 1960s, he got a master's degree in sales and marketing. And when he met Srila Prabhupada in 1968, Srila Prabhupada said, you should use your professional expertise in sales and marketing to sell and market my books. And the rest is history. Srila Gopal Kṛṣṇa Goswami Maharaj just perfected that. He has distributed and being instrumental in distributing Srila Prabhupada's books tremendously. 18 temples in Delhi. So empowered. Krishna Shakti Vila nahi Tara Pravarta. His Guru is Srila Prabhupada Swami Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj says that his inspiration for youth outreach, university preaching, is his Guru Srila Prabhupada Swami Maharaj. But so many devotees I meet, oh, I came from India to do my MS and I was in the Northeast and in my university. His Guru Srila Prabhupada Maharaj came and I became a devotee. I have met so many young boys and girls like that. So Maharaj has really perfected this art of spreading Krishna consciousness to the educated, to the youth, to the inquisitive, in a very modern yet spiritually well-grounded way. Look at his PowerPoint presentations. Maharaj's PowerPoint is so. He's talking about the Shat Sandarbhas of Srila Jiva Goswami, but they are presented as if it's a university class. So the educated youth can really relate to it. Oh, this is very authentic presentation. So in this way, different Gurujan in our movement, they have perfected different aspects of Krishna consciousness. So I like your point that you take one and just work on it. Very good. Thank you.
I have a question. So when we perfect, then how do we prevent ourselves from being proud?
By never thinking that we have perfected it. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote the Gaudiya classic, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is the main scripture for all Gaudiya Vaishnavas for all time to come, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author, is saying, Krishna Lila Bhagavate Kahe Vedavyas, Chaitanya Lila Ravyasa Vrindavana. So imagine, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing Chaitanya Charitamrita and he's saying, I am not a Vyas of Chaitanya Lila. Chaitanya Lila Vyas Vrindavana. He has written Chaitanya Bhagavat, you read that. And he says, Jagai Madai Haite Mui Se Papishta, Purushe Rakita Haite Mui Se Laghishta. That I am more fallen than Jagai and Madai. Jagai and Madai Haite Mui Se Papishta. I am more papishta, more sinful than Jagai and Madai. Because he doesn't think that he is Kasturi Manjari. He is Kasturi Manjari. But he doesn't think that he is a pure devotee. He thinks he is more fallen than Jagai and Madai. And that humility comes from sincerity and it is Krishna's grace. So we should try to perfect, but we should never think, we should never allow us to believe that we have perfected. We should always Dvādasi Sunicana. There is no way around that. Dvādasi Sunicana. Srila Jayapatara Swami doesn't think that he is the person who has expanded preaching so much in Iskcon. Srila Gopal Kṛṣṇa Goswami Maharaj would never like to be praised. He would always give praise. Prabhupada is doing it. He used to say that. When Srila Bhakti Chandra Maharaj had heart attack, he said, oh, I am just an old car in Prabhupada's garage. But Prabhupada's garage has 5,000 cars and growing. If this car breaks down, he will just use some other car. He didn't think that he was a GBC, Guru, Sannyasi in Iskcon. You will never hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Prabhu say about himself in a class, well, I have distributed so many. Yeah. Giving credit to others. So we can protect ourselves from pride by never letting it get to our head and never thinking that I did this. Karta aham iti manyate. That ahankar, that I am the doer, is the cause of our downfall. And that comes with spiritual maturity, that comes with prayer, that comes with Krishna's mercy. In Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is a verse in the 11th canto where Krishna says, if someone is very rich, someone is very beautiful, someone is very famous, someone has tremendous abilities, and yet is humble, then oh Uddhav, then you should know that he has received my mercy. So someone is very rich, that's not mercy. Someone is very beautiful, that's not mercy. Someone is an eloquent speaker, that's not mercy. Someone is very skilled, very famous, very influential, that's not mercy. Mercy is to have all that, yet think of oneself very humbly. Krishna says, then you should know that that devotee has received my mercy. So humility really attracts Krishna. Vidya, Vinaya Sattva. Not just Vidya, Vinaya. Vinaya means good behavior, humility. Vidya, Vinaya Sattva. So we have to constantly remind ourselves. Therefore, Prabhupada told us, doesn't matter what name you get during initiation. The most important part of your name is Dvādasi. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasera Nuras Seva Bhinasha Kore Narottamana. So that is our identity, Das. We have to keep reminding ourselves. And we should keep example of devotees like these. Haridas Thakur. So humble. He doesn't feel qualified to enter Jagannath's temple, doesn't feel qualified to come near devotees. Sanatana Goswami, so humble. Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Amara Jivana Sada Pape Rata. We will never write like that. Prabhupada says, Bhakti Nahi, Veda Nahi. My name is Bhakti Vedanta, but I don't have Bhakti and I don't have Veda. Bhakti Nahi, Veda Nahi. Nama Kubhata. Bhakti Vedanta Nama Ebe Sarthako. So, by keeping examples of such humble devotees as Srila Prabhupada, Srila Haridas Thakur, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and our Guru Varga, we should keep their examples always in our heart and keep reminding ourselves that pride cometh before the fall. Chitraketu Maharaj had just darshan of Lord Shankarshan. He became self-realized and he's traveling as a Vidyadhar, preaching the glories of Lord Vishnu. He was singing and preaching the glories of Lord Vishnu. He became a guru, a Vidyadhar guru. And he sees Ashutosh, Lord Shiva, sitting with Parvati on his lap, speaking about Brahmacharya and Vairagya. And he goes like this. What are you doing? You're speaking to sannyasis, giving a Brahmachari class with banana on your left lap. It was two friends, chiding, maybe even joking with each other. But Mother Parvati took offense. And Chitraketu had to fall. Pride cometh. That Chitraketu who was crying for a son, crying for a child, praying for a child, would have never spoken to Lord Shiva like that. But now that he is self-realized, he is speaking like that. He thinks he can joke with Lord Shiva. See? Pride cometh before the fall. Pride can come from good sadhana also. Therefore, having those friends with whom we can share our heart is very important. Chitraketu did not have that. He was just traveling and preaching in the airplane. Bharat Maharaj did not have that. He was sitting in the Himalayas alone with tapasya. If he had a friend, he would say, Bharat Maharaj is alright, you are taking care of the deer, but there are so many other deers also in the forest who are doing just fine. Let this deer go, focus on your sadhana. You cannot let this deer eat the fruits that you have collected for your puja. You cannot let this deer come and lick you when you have just done achaman and you are doing shaligram seva. I think this is too much. You are becoming too dear to the deer. I wish Bharat Maharaj had someone who told him that. He had none, and he became a victim of Maya through compassion. Therefore, when he became Jada Bharat, he said, Veena Mahatpada Rajo Vishe. Oh Raghuvar Maharaj, unless you take the dust of the lotus feet of, not take, unless you do Abhishek, Veena Mahatpada Rajo Vishekam, do Abhishek with the raj from the lotus feet of pure devotees. Without devotee association, you cannot survive. I am telling you from experience. I have been there. And I fell from the stage of bhav. So two things. We have to read Shastra. So we read all these stories and we understand the importance of humility and the danger of pride. Praying to Kṛṣṇa for Trinadapi Sunichena Parvati Sarishtana. And keeping the examples of Haridas Thakur, Sanatana Goswami, Kaviraj Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Prabhupada, always in our heart. Okay? Hare Krishna. Yes.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, the one point I really wanted to implement is the sadhana Prabhu, where Krishna will think, okay, I want to take you. And the other one, very important one, is about having the intimate relationship with the equals, and then who are just starting, and also the senior relationship, and not segregating something and moving towards, okay, I need senior relationship or I need lower so I can preach, and ignoring the same level because our false egos sometimes clash. So it's a very good point, Prabhu. Everybody should really work towards having this intimate relationship, so to grow successful and spiritual.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for coming and blessing us all with your association. We are very grateful, Prabhu. Prabhu, I liked one point that you said that every individual Krishna has given an ability. We have to recognize that and use that and master it and apply it and serve Krishna with that. So that was really thought-provoking, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for this wonderful class. When if I would have read this verse by myself, I would have not understood it the way you explained it. And one of the things which mentions in the verse is hearing. We constantly hear this, that hearing is very important. And Rukmini Devi, she did not see Krishna, but she heard about him. So by hearing about Krishna, you get attracted to him. I remember Srila Prabhupada saying, you see Krishna with your ears, and that's what it reminds me that by hearing you can see Krishna. It's not necessarily you see Krishna with your eyes, so hearing is very important. Thank you, Prabhu, for that class.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for the class.
What is your name?
Anirudh.
Anirudh.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vasudeva Sankarshan Pradyumna.
And Anirudh.
Hare Krishna.
So I really liked the story about the Brahmana in South India, the poor Brahmana who, despite not having much, he was able to really think elaborately like how he can serve the Lord in the best way possible with his mind. And I mean, that's so inspiring because whatever situation someone is in, they can practice devotional service with any capability that they have. It doesn't have to be that if you don't have an elaborate altar or you don't have all the necessary paraphernalia for worshiping the Lord that you can't serve Him. We have the mercy of the holy name and like japa to be able to like have that direct association with the Lord. But then also one thing that I feel like I want to meditate more on is like how I can modify my thoughts instead of my mind wandering so much and acting as an enemy against me, like getting to that stage of serving the Lord, to actually using the mind to increase my service towards the Lord. How I can constantly be in thoughts of serving the Lord and how I can do better.
That's a good meditation. Thank you so much. Anirudh.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for coming and giving us your wonderful association on such an auspicious occasion of Ādi Gadādhara. So we really are happy for that. What struck me the most and the takeaway is the fact that sincerity, being sincere in whatever we do, that's not seen. That's something that's within. And we do a lot of externals. We do things, that nobody sees what's going on internally. And I think that's a real good takeaway point, that we should be sincere in everything we do.
Yes.
And once we have that sincerity, it'll take us to the next level, at least closer to Kṛṣṇa, hopefully.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful.
Hare Krishna.
Couple of points which I liked very much. One of them was seeing good in a devotee and not seeing the faults. So especially that generally lacks in person, and we see the fault before we see any good quality. So that is a wonderful point you said. And apart from that, one should have a very good friend whom we can reveal the heart, and even like reciprocation if they need us. So the example you gave of Bharat Maharaj, so he was attached to the deer, and there are so many deers, and he needed a friend who says, "My dear, don't be attached to a deer." So that was a wonderful point, the way you conveyed. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, coming all the way and giving us your association. There's so many points. Everybody kind of covered everything. The one thing which I really like is the intention in your heart, right? Rukmiṇī Devi, through hearing her intention, and when you intend to do something for Kṛṣṇa, and you said that you are intending, Kṛṣṇa sees the sincerity and he takes you back. So if you can desire, if you can have the intention to please Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa will see that, Radharani will see that, and hopefully will have their mercy. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Because we discussed Kṛṣṇa is Avidnya Swarat. He knows every thought that we think. He knows every prayer that we have ever offered. Nobody knew that Rukmini wanted, nobody knew that Rukmini wanted Kṛṣṇa as her husband. She didn't tell anyone. But Kṛṣṇa knows, and Kṛṣṇa already accepted her. Yes, application granted. Every prayer we offer, Kṛṣṇa knows. Every thought we think, Kṛṣṇa knows. Every desire we have, Kṛṣṇa knows. This is like CCTV camera. If you are doing what you are supposed to do, this is good news. But if you have ulterior thoughts, then it is bad news. Miss Kṛṣṇa knows that we thought ill. Like when you are driving on a highway, you see a cop car next to you. If you are driving within speed limit, you feel, oh good, this cop is there. Something happens to serve and to protect, they are there. But if you don't have license, you don't have that license tags on, you don't have registration, you're not following the speed limits, ooh, cop! Oh. Then I need that, what is that machine? To warn us that there's a cop. But if you are following all the rules, you are doing what you're supposed to do, it's no fear. It gives great peace to know that Kṛṣṇa knows. He is the transfer into CCTV. He knows every thought, every moment. When no one is watching, Kṛṣṇa is watching. Day after tomorrow, on Monday, is a very auspicious day. Who knows? Don't say Dvādasi. So dear devotees, today is Mohini Ekadashi, it's a very auspicious day. Tomorrow is also very important day. Dvādasi. What is day after tomorrow? Yeah. It is a disappearance day of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Prabhu, very senior devotee of Srila Prabhupada. He was the Rath Yatra man. And during Rath Yatra, he was so busy building the Rath from scratch. And huge Raths, San Francisco Rath Yatra. Prabhupada wanted to have the first Rath Yatra in New York in 1976. First Rath Yatra of New York. Now, New York Rath Yatra is coming up. Is it after Sadhu Sangha?
Yes. Yeah.
After Parikshit, our new Parikshit, Atlanta Rath Yatra next. So second weekend of June every year is New York Rath Yatra. And Atlanta New Rath Yatra, all of you are invited. It is the first weekend of June every year, including this year. New Parikshit Dham ki Jai. New York Rath Yatra ki Jai. Just to keep things balanced. So New York, Prabhupada wanted to have the first Rath Yatra in New York in 1976, and although Jayananda Prabhu was in LA, he told Jayananda Prabhu, please come. You do it. If you are not there, nobody else knows how to do it. So he came, and he was doing everything, and very difficult to do everything from scratch. From morning, early morning, he used to be busy with getting things together. There were no funds, so you have to, if you need cloth, you have to go to the cloth wala and beg them. We have some extra cloth we need for the Rath. We are a not-for-profit organization, religious organizations. Our spiritual master gave me $40 in this country. He is doing so much good. So many hippies have given up their drug addiction, intoxication. Please help us. We are doing something good. And then they would give. In this way, Jayananda Prabhu was working day and night. One night when everybody was dead tired, it was almost midnight, they had just finished their work, next day is Rath Yatra, and they could not complete the morning program that day because there was just too much seva. And one night before, Balram's dome broke. A gust of wind came, it was held together by pipes and it broke. So Jayananda Prabhu had to make wooden reinforcements and rebuild Balram's dome. And next day Rath Yatra, they are dead tired, they could not finish the morning program. So Jayananda Prabhu has chanted some rounds, but he has some rounds left. And others have not chanted a single round. But they are completely engaged in Krishna's work. Entire day. And they are so tired. They say, okay, we'll catch up after Rath Yatra. We'll do extra rounds, we'll catch up, but we have to sleep now. And there was not even enough space in the room for devotees to lie down and sleep. They were going inside the closets, trying to find some room and sleeping. And Jayananda Prabhu, he just gently, quietly slips out of the room. So one devotee who is telling this in the memories, I think Vishok Prabhu. So he asked him, Jayananda Prabhu, where are you going? He says, I'll just go outside the temple and I'll chant for some time. He didn't want others to feel guilty because he knew most of them had not chanted the 16 rounds back there. So look at the sensitivity. At the same time, he wants to fulfill his vow. So he's going out. So the devotees say, come on Prabhu, we are so tired, we have been working together all day. Just take rest. You are dead tired, just come lie down, we'll do it day after tomorrow or tomorrow. And Jayananda says, well, actually I am not tired. And he was tired. He was suffering from leukemia, a lymphoma. His lymph nodes were so big that his hands were like this. He couldn't do like this. His axillary lymph nodes had become so big. The photos of him like this. He was suffering from lymphoma, he was suffering from cancer. He had worked hard. He was super exhausted and tired. But he did not want to tell the devotees, well, I have taken a vow to chant 16 rounds. I am going to fulfill my vow. No. He said, I am not tired. You see the difference? One thing is to say that no, I have to chant, I have taken a vow. I cannot break my initiation vow, I will go and chant. Then everybody is, oh my God. We have also taken initiation, what about us? He said, well, I am not tired. Subtle, but very deep. How did we get into this, Jayananda Prabhu?
Monday.
Mondays.
Monday is.
One day?
Monday is Triyodashi.
Oh, Monday is this year. Yeah. But how did we go to Monday?
Auspicious day.
Day after tomorrow.
We were saying Ekadasi, then not Dvādasi.
Why we were saying that? Why we were saying that? Who said before I started speaking? So, what point you made? Intention. Sincerity. So, Jayananda Prabhu was so sincere. That was the connection. Jayananda Prabhu's intentions are so pure. He didn't intend to guilt the devotees. At the same time, he wanted to inspire them. And at the same time, he wanted to hide his greatness. I am tired, but I am going to chant my round because I have taken a vow. No. He said, I am not tired. End of the discussion. Haribol. Yes.
Okay, like Rukmini Devi's father, we should invite saintly persons at our home and hear Krishna Katha from them, because that will not benefit only us, to a family member, relative.
Hare Krishna. Very nice point. We should invite Vaishnavas home. Not celebrities. One devotee was very excitedly telling me. There was some, during Dandiya time, Garbha time, some Bollywood singer came to Atlanta. And he was telling me, Prabhu, mere ghar pe hua hai. We should feel excited when devotees come. Vishnu Maharaj invited devotees. And also interesting point is, Rukmiṇī and Rukmiṇī both heard the same Krishna Katha. Both were there in the Sabha. And Vishnu Maharaj would invite Narad Muni and others. Rukmiṇī, by hearing about Krishna, she gave her heart to Krishna. And Rukmiṇī, the elder brother, after hearing about Krishna, he decided to become enemy of Krishna. See? It depends on our attitude, on our receptivity to Harikatha. If we are envious, then we will become enemies. We will become, as His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says, we will become God's competitors. There is a lecture, God's competitors, by His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, given in the Fiji Islands. Very powerful lecture, it's on YouTube, you can listen to it. God's competitors, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. We don't want to become God's competitors like Rukmiṇī and Shishupal. By hearing about Krishna, if we have envy, we will become envious of Krishna. He has so much. Why not me? I also want to become like that Bhaumasura. He was incarcerating all those queens because he had heard in the Vedas that Krishna is the husband of 16,108 wives. Because Bhagavatam is eternal. The knowledge of Bhagavatam is so. He heard from sadhus that Krishna, in his Leela, he has 16,108 queens. So he had collected up to 16,100. He wanted to collect 9 more. That was the Navana Bhakti. And then he would have 16,109. And then in one giant ceremony, he wanted to marry all of them to break Krishna's record. And then when he reached 16,100, Krishna comes on Garudaji with Satyabhama, kills him and marries all of them. So we don't want to become God's competitors. We want to become like Rukmini. That Krishna, I am yours. Sharanagati. Okay? Very good.
So one last point, if I heard correctly in the lecture, that let your mind be conquered by Krishna. Because especially when I do chanting, my mind goes all the way, everywhere. So like as Radhanath Swami Maharaj says in one of his lectures that man is like a monkey, it jumps around. So when you're doing japa, it might go away, but just try to bring it back,
Yes. With our intelligence, as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, we have to control the mind. You understand Hindi?
Yeah.
It is said, जो मन की सुनता है वो मन की है. We should control the mind. We should not listen to the mind. We should bring the mind back to the holy name. मनामध्ये स्थित मंत्र, मंत्रामध्ये स्थित मन, मन मंत्र समयुक्तम एतद्धि जप लक्षणम. श्री one of our Gaudiya Acharyas, I think Shri Veer Raghavacharya, in the line of Gopal Guru Goswami, I am forgetting the name, they have mentioned the definition of japa. They are chanting japa. What is japa? Mana madhe sthita mantra. In our mind is the mantra. Mantra madhe sthita mana. And the mind is on the mantra. The mantra is in the mind and the mind is on the mantra. The mantra is in the mind and the mind is on the mantra. Mana mantra samayuktam. In this way, mind and mantra become one. Etadhi japa lakshana. That is japa. Japa is not just 16 times. Done. No. Mana madhe sthita mantra. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Should be in the mind. And our mind should be on the mantra. Mantra in the mind, mind on the mantra. Mana madhe sthita mantra, mantra madhe sthito mana. Mana mantra samayuktam. Etadhi japa lakshana. That is japa. Should chant with absorption. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sripad Ayandar Prabhu would say, doing japa, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It's like Radha and Krishna coming into your Nikunj, and you are doing personal service to Radha and Krishna, offering them flower garlands, offering them fruits. Shama Gauri Ange Divo Chanda Nera Ganga Chamara Dura Mukame Heri Mukha Chandra Kathiya Mala Tir Mala Divo To Har Gale Adhare Tulya Divo Karpura Tambure. Doing personal service Radha Krishna Japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram. And Radha Krishna enjoyed very much. And Radha Krishna also enjoyed Ras Leela, where all the gopis, manjaris are there with Radha and Krishna. Ras Leela. There's Ras Leela. They enjoy that also. And what we are going to do now is Ras Leela.
Śrīmad Prabhu says,
Doing Harinam Sankirtan is Ras Leela. Doing Japa is Nikunja Seva. Doing Harinam Sankirtan with devotees is Ras Leela. Golokera Premadhan, Harinam Sankirtan. So now we'll do Harinam Sankirtan. Okay? I request Radha Bhav to please come
and do Harinam Sankirtan.
and all of us,
Please let us remember that Harinam Sankirtan is the best devotional activity we can do, especially on Ekadashi.
every mantra we chant sincerely. Sakshi Gopal is there.
Sakshi Gauranga is there. Sakshi Gopal is there. So let us chant sincerely and
Let us only pray for pure bhakti. Anya abhilashita shunya jnana karmadi anavratam anukulyana krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttama. We just want to serve.
Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhakti
Radhe ki koi na dhanam na
Janam Sundare.
We want pure devotional
Service. Let us meditate
on this song of Sri Narottam Das Thakur, how Radha Krishna are being served, Radha Krishna Pranamo Yugala Krishna, and let us chant with absorption and attentiveness. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय,
गौर
प्रभु की
जय।
कोटि वैष्णव